For over 20 years, the Honda Prelude nameplate was dead. Now it's back, and every enthusiast has one burning question. Can a front-wheel drive hybrid truly deliver the driving joy that defined the original? We're not talking about a Civic Si. We're talking about a coupe with Type R suspension parts and a secret weapon, a simulated manual transmission called S plus shift that creates fake rev-matched downshifts. Honda says this is the future of their performance cars. But after putting it to the test, we have to ask, is this new Prelude a brilliant evolution or a beautiful disappointment? Let's find out. The Prelude is one of Honda's most legendary names, but for over 20 years, it was nothing more than a memory. A sleek, sporty coupe beloved by enthusiasts, last seen in 2001. Now, it's back for 2026, and this launch is huge. In a market dominated by SUVs and crossovers, Honda is making a bold statement. They are reviving the affordable front-wheel drive sport coupe. This isn't just a nostalgic rerun. It's a strategic move to deliver a car that is both genuinely fun to drive and incredibly efficient. Think about it. A stylish two-door that gives you the sharp handling of a modern Honda, but can still deliver over 40 miles per gallon. This new Prelude isn't just filling the void left by the departed Civic Coupe. It's taking on the rear-wheel drive giants like the Toyota GR86 and Mazda Miata by offering a completely different proposition. It's a grand tourer with a practical hatchback rear, a high-tech cabin, and, most controversially, a two-motor hybrid powertrain that puts down 200 horsepower. The question is, did Honda successfully blend the high-tech efficiency of their hybrid system with the raw spirit of an iconic performance car? We're about to dive deep into the design, the interior tech, and that controversial hybrid setup to tell you the truth about what it's like to own and drive the 2026 Honda Prelude. Stay tuned as we break down every essential detail. Let's start with the visuals. The new Prelude has been engineered as a two-door liftback coupe, a body style that's sadly almost extinct in the US. It sits on an updated version of the Civic's platform, but Honda has shortened the wheelbase and widened the track, giving it a lower, meaner stance. You can see the intent immediately in the details: flush door handles, a sloping roofline that screams aerodynamic speed, and that unique, full-width LED taillight bar. Here's where it gets exciting. This car doesn't just look sporty. It has genuine Civic Type R DNA. That incredible hot hatch has donated key performance components, including the dual-axis front suspension, which virtually eliminates torque steer, and most importantly, the massive Brembo brake package with striking blue calipers. Honda has tuned these components for a more comfortable Grand Tourer feel, but the hardware foundation for genuine cornering ability is absolutely there. Under that long hood is the eHEV dual-motor hybrid system, centered around a 2.0-liter Atkinson cycle four-cylinder. Combined with the electric motors, it delivers a very respectable 200 horsepower and 232 pound-feet of torque. That torque figure is actually higher than a gas-only Civic Si, and thanks to the electric instant delivery, it feels quick off the line. We're expecting a 0 to 60 time in the low 6-second range, not a drag racer, but quick enough for real-world fun. Now, for the big controversial topic, the transmission. Since it uses a dual-motor hybrid setup, it doesn't have a conventional gearbox, but it debuts the innovative Honda S Plus shift system. This uses the steering wheel paddle shifters to electronically simulate 8-gear ratios. We're talking rev-matched downshifts and a genuine shock felt through the car when you shift, complete with active engine noise pumped through the speakers. This is Honda's high-tech attempt to keep manual-loving enthusiasts engaged. But does a simulated gear change hold up to the real thing? We'll get to the performance verdict in a moment. Step inside, and the cabin quality is a noticeable step up. It's built around a 2+2 layout, which means the rear seats are useful for bags, but maybe not for adults on long trips. Up front, however, everything is premium and driver-focused. You get a fully digital 10.2-inch gauge cluster and a 9-inch HD touchscreen that comes with Google built in. This means native Google Maps and Assistant are running directly on the car. But the most unique interior detail is the seating. The driver's seat is specifically tuned with firmer padding and more aggressive bolsters to hold you in place during hard cornering. The passenger seat, conversely, is tuned for pure comfort. It's a subtle touch, but it perfectly illustrates the Prelude's driver-first, grand tourer philosophy. So, with aggressive looks, Type R hardware, 40+ mpg fuel efficiency, and a simulated transmission, the Prelude looks like a home run on paper. But there's one number we haven't talked about: the price. It starts higher than anyone expected, and that higher cost reveals the Prelude's single biggest limitation. The real test of the new Prelude isn't on the spec sheet. It's when you hit a winding back road, push it into sport mode, and reach for those paddle shifters. Let's address the elephant in the room: the S+ shift system. Honda promised simulated shifts, but we didn't expect this. When you pull the downshift paddle, there's an immediate, satisfying blip in the engine note that is synchronized with a real, momentary jolt of torque. It genuinely tricks your brain into thinking you've executed a perfect, rev-matched downshift. The system works, delivering the cause and effect driving feedback that a standard CVT-based hybrid simply can't. This is the game changer. The hybrid's instant electric torque works with the Civic Type R-derived adaptive dampers, giving the Prelude a neutral, composed feel that is worlds sharper than a Civic Si. It's a true grand tourer, precise, comfortable, and capable of devouring highway miles while flirting with 45 miles per gallon. But here is the turning point where the Prelude falls short. Its purpose is too split. The 200 horsepower is great for a hybrid, but when you put it up against the lighter, 230 horsepower, rear-wheel drive Toyota GR86, the Prelude simply doesn't have the outright speed or the pure analog thrill of a manual transmission. It's too polished, too heavy with its hybrid battery. The single biggest flaw? The price. Expected to start around $41,000. It's nearly $10,000, more than a comparable competitor. Honda has built an incredible hybrid and an amazing daily driver, but they've priced it like a niche enthusiast machine. So, the new Prelude isn't the spiritual successor to the high-revving purist Coupe we remember. Instead, it's a technological showcase that redefines the modern sport compact. The Prelude may not be the purist's sports car, but it might just be the best sporty hybrid coupe ever made. The final question remains: is the incredible efficiency and high-tech polish worth the price premium, or should you buy the gas-powered competition? So, here is the final verdict on the 2026 Honda Prelude Hybrid. The Prelude is a case study in modern compromise. It's not the raw, manual gearbox sports car the purists wanted, and it's arguably $5,000 to $10,000 more expensive than it should be, especially when compared to rivals like the $31,000 Toyota GR86. However, the Prelude carves out a powerful, unique niche in the U.S. market. Who is this car for? You are a commuter who covers high mileage but refuses to drive a crossover. You value stunning exterior looks, a truly premium interior with Google Tech, and a 45+ miles per gallon rating that your friend's GR86 can only dream of. The sophisticated chassis and the surprisingly effective S+ shift system make it an engaging daily driver, not just a weekend toy. This is the grand tourer for the electrified age. You should buy the competition. If you prioritize the raw analog experience, The GR86 and Miata remain the choice for those who need rear-wheel drive and a true manual transmission for track days and unadulterated performance. The new Prelude proves that fun does not have to be inefficient. It signals a major shift in the US market, showing that Honda is serious about integrating high-performance chassis components into their hybrid platform. This car is a blueprint for the future of the sporty segment. If Honda follows this up with a true Type S or Type R variant with a higher power output, the game is officially changed. What do you think? Did Honda get the pricing right, or does the lack of a manual transmission ruin the revival for you? Let us know in the comments below. If this breakdown helped you decide whether the Prelude is worth the price of admission, hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and subscribe to the channel for more unbiased car reviews.